Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to our show. Doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 20th of August 2025. Been watching the channel for a bit. That's my mom's birthday today. So let's wish her a happy birthday first of all. Happy birthday, mom. Happy birthday to my mom. Happy birthday, happy birthday, my mom. Now, why is this important today? Because I wanted to make a special video for her about the amazing luck that I have to have a mom like that. I want to do a video that really paid her homage. I want to do a video that really shows her that she is appreciated and loved. My mom is a immigrant that came here with nothing. She came here with her mom. Her mom got a pretty good job. She'll build her life around. But she still has a longing heart towards Egypt. My mom would be living in Egypt if it wasn't for me. But because she has me and she wants to stay close to me, she lives in Montreal. So I'm super grateful for that. But again, it's a sacrifice. You see, I got a lot of friends that are kids of immigrants. My mom was too young to build her life. So her mother, which we never met, but went to see at the graveyard, made a lot of sacrifices for her. And then, thanks to that, she was able to have a normal life here. Where she met my father, that became a not normal life. Where she had me as a kid, that became a very not normal life, but most of the time, normal life. My mom is a story of hard work, sacrifices, being kind. My mom is the perfect picture of. And as a kid, I had a hard time understanding the strength it took, but now I understand. Of kindness. And to me, it always felt weird because she was kind to people, and then at home she was pissed. She was like, "Oh, I don't like this person. I don't like this person." And in my head as a kid, I didn't understand why you were nice to them. But then it sacrifices because it doesn't matter how they act. It matters how you act. Doesn't matter the action. Doesn't matter the reaction. Your action matters. Your reaction matters. The fact that you're a model citizen is not reliant on how other people act. Even if you're the only good person and a freaking whole building, you're the only good person and you can sleep easy, right? My mom also broke up with my father because she saw him as being too strict. My mom, who's always been the more lenient parents. My mom, who was able to admit that she couldn't help me a lot. So with schooling, she couldn't help me a lot. So she got me tutor. She was the most authoritative parent. So she wanted to send me to a military school to learn a thing or two. Thank God she didn't, because I would have been. Apologies. My mom would keep making sacrifices. She knew how much I love KFC, so she would eat bread because she couldn't afford KFC. Sacrifices. And again, I will say, and I used to say, and I still say, I didn't ask you for that. So you made a sacrifice by your own choices. It doesn't matter if it was her own choices. It matters if I asked her, "Can I please have some fried chicken?" All that matters was that she decided I was more important than her. And I think this action is more telling than anything else. And I have to be thankful for that. I have to be thankful for the sacrifice that she did. Even if it wasn't needed, even if it wasn't something that she should do. You shouldn't have sacrificed as much as she did. And it's just brilliant, It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. Lately, me and my mom have been fighting a lot because we've been fighting a lot because I have this boss, right? And this boss is more so of a authoritarian, right? So he'll put himself first in a lot of cases. He is gonna be pushing his ideal upon other people, and if you don't follow, it's kind of. And of course, he's my boss, so I think this is normal. But at the same time, it's weird because, he's an agency worker. I'm not working for him. I'm working for him, but I'm working for another company. It's just I feel like he pushes himself first. He puts his interest before anybody else, and it is normal. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're not even in the place. You don't care. You care about me going in and me going out because then I make a salary. If I make a salary, you make your paycheck. We got fired from a job because one person out of 8 was stealing. One person out of 8 was stealing, and what if we got fired? I told the guy who was stealing, because I'm like, dude, I love this job and I need this job. Like, I got bills to pay, I got rent to pay. Did I snitch on the guy? Yes. You know why? Because this guy didn't care about 7 other people that were gonna be losing their job. 7 other people that weren't stealing. He said, F those guys, I'm gonna be stealing. And I was stealing. And my mom, she kept pushing me to call the employer that didn't protect us. And the employer, which is the agency rep, he knew what the situation, right? And he decided to inaction, to not act on it. And because he decided not to act on it, then everybody got punished. You could have stopped that. You could have said, you know what, I'm sorry, you're not gonna be working for us, bring another guy. And then the company, I love it so much that I went to give out a CV, and I'm like, hey, I don't work for the agency anymore. And and then this boss from the Soviet company called my agency rep and said, hey, is Stefan a good employee? And I'm like, and he said, no, Stefan is still working for me for this company, which wasn't true. So he lied about me working for a company. That way I wouldn't work for somebody else than him. I'm gonna cut my salary. And my mom kept pushing me in this place, And she kept pushing me towards him. And I saw this as weakness. I saw this as, what the hell are you doing, Mom? But now, in insight, you understand. You understand that it takes more strength to step on your pride and say, hey, I know that the situation is not perfect, but I need a job. And you got a job for me. Please let me work. And it kills you to do that. And I got bills to pay, And if I have to do that, then I have to do that. Doesn't matter my feeling, doesn't matter my pride, doesn't matter my ego, doesn't matter what I think is right, what I think is wrong. It's about paying the bills, surviving in this world where you need money to survive, The fact that she never doubted that, the fact that she never had a problem with that, is strength. It's strength. It's a lot of strength. My mom has to deal with a lot, a lot of stress. She doesn't handle stress a lot. But she does her best, and I think that's more valuable. She's gonna be the first to confront a situation. Versus my father, who's a bit more in charge. My father, who's a bit more a problem solver, My father will avoid situation. I had my court. I had my governmental debt where they said I was owing $13,000. My mom kept fighting for the fact that, he doesn't owe the money. And then we won, and my father didn't care about it. My father didn't talk about this. And my mom was more willing to help, even though she knew less about government. I was working in taxes. That takes a strong woman. My mom, who still works at 67, and she uses the excuse of she's bored, but I know that she's trying to help. She's trying to leave me something behind. My mom, who was in a relationship that didn't work, and at 58 years old, had to buy a freaking condo with money that she didn't have. Why? Because she wanted a safe place for me and for her. That takes a lot of strength. My mom was an extremely loving person, extremely nice person. And see, my mom is an amazing person that she cannot wrong, because if you wrong her, you're out of the life. And you want to tell her, Mom, it's okay, it's a little fight. Don't worry about it. But then she's right. She brings equality to the table. That if you're not acceptant, or if you're not able to say, well, it's a amazing person, I should treat them well. Fuck you, My mom was a fighter. She's a fighter. She'll go to the store, and she'll be like a Karen. She'll be complaining. She'll be a very tough client to have. However, she's a really good person, and she doesn't complain about herself. For example, went to McDonald's not too long ago. She ordered poutine. There was no forks, and she was so. It's a beautiful moment. She was so mad. She came today to the cashier and said, "You gave my son a poutine, but you didn't give him a fork," and she gave shit to the person. And then she got back to the table and she realizes that she doesn't have a fork either. And then she tells me, "Steph, I can't go back because I give shit to the girl." you know. My mom was super funny. There was a AEW worker. I used to work there too, so I can talk shit. And she was very rude. And my mom's like, "I work here. I want to see your manager." And the other girl said yes. And then I thought it was funny because my mom is 4'11", and she has like a lot of voices, a big tone, you know. Oh, wedding, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing because I called her, and then she started laughing. I said, "What's up?" I said, "I want to complain to the manager, but she's a manager." I'm like, oh fuck, you know. She's an amazing person. She suffered a lot, you know. She went through a lot, and usually, my sorry. There's this sentence, right? When life gets tough, the tougher keep going. But then there's even better than that. When the tough gets tough, you see true people, their true intention, their true faces. And my mom, she's still nice. A lot of people would have gave up. You see me being nice. I didn't know that for my father. I didn't know that for my mom, you know? She's a wonderful human being. She's okay with being single. She's okay with staying in Montreal. She could live the life that she wants. She could live the life that she dreams. She chooses self-sacrifices on a daily basis. Why? Because she thinks it's the right choice. She makes a lot of sacrifices, right? For example, with the agency tip. I called her on last Saturday. Today, by the way, is Wednesday. And we had a fight because I was like, oh, she said, keep talking to him, keep asking him for help. And I'm like, no, Mom, he's an asshole. I don't want to talk to him. And then we hung up because, you know, it was a fight. So I let the dust fall. And then yesterday she called me, she said, hey, did you talk to the agency rep? You know, it's tough. I want to make her happy, you know. This guy's such a piece of shit. This guy's such a piece of shit. Like, I went to tell him that somebody stole, right? And I said that the person who stole, I snitched. Yeah, I snitched. I don't give a fuck. I snitched. And, the guy, the boss, said, don't forget who pays your bill. And I asked him, what you mean? He's like, you don't work for the company, you work for me. So you follow my orders. I'm like, the guy's stealing. You're allowing that. But hey, that's life. So anyway, I love you guys. I love my mom a lot. She's such a kind person. She's such a good human being. I am lucky to have the parent that I have. Extremely lucky. And when I see my mom, I hit the jackpot. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Happy birthday, Mom.